PG certificate, maybe.
Ooh.
I don't, kind of.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, slightly.
A hint of a PG, maybe. Simon and your forgiving listeners, my story takes place on one of our first foreign family holidays. Our children were below school age, and so was one of our last chances to have a cheap holiday during term time without the risk of a fine from the government for daring to take our children out of school.
Okay.
She didn't say it with that tone of voice.
No.
I added that in
really?
quite unnecessarily. We went on holiday in September and had a wonderful 2-week period in the sun. My only concern was that we were having a late flight back on the last day, but the holiday company assured us that it would not be a problem as we could have a virtual check-in. They picked up our luggage early so that we could stay by the pool. We had a room where we could go to change, and we had transport arranged to take us direct to the airport and straight to departures. Consequently, we had a lovely last day by the pool. The luggage was picked up as promised, and I had some bags packed with our change of clothes and everything else we needed, i.e. nappies for the younger one and toys for the plane for my husband. No. For the elder child. We went to the room, showered, I got the kids ready. My husband took them down to the park for a last go on the slide to allow me to shower and get changed in peace. This was the point that I realized I had packed everything except one thing, underwear for myself.
Oh, no.
I checked every bag, but nothing. Okay, well, not to panic. I had kept one nice summer dress to wear home, and having put it on, I was okay. It was long enough to not be a problem, and we were going straight to the airport before heading home. Everything would be fine.
Okay.
The journey home passed without incident. The only issue was the X-ray machine. It did beep, but I assured the security lady I had nothing left to remove. We landed, and our youngest was asleep, so I told my husband I would carry him off the plane if he carried all the hand luggage. We got to the top of the steps and realized, as we saw lots of people on the plane, all in their shorts and T-shirts, that the season back at home had changed whilst we'd been away on holiday. We left during the warm end of summer, but arrived home in the autumn. The rain was pouring.
Oh, no.
The wind was howling. We were directed to a bus at the bottom of the stairs. And you've probably guessed what happened as I went down the stairs. The wind took hold of my floaty summer dress. Luckily, the legs of a sleeping child held down the front, but the back not only lifted up,
oh dear,
but was flapping in the wind, showing off my rear and making the sound like a flag flapping in a strong breeze. That's the dress making the sound.
Yes,
not
just
my
to
rear.
clarify.
My husband, carrying 4 bags, could do nothing to help.
No.
So my only hope was my 4-year-old, who responded courageously to the request, "Can you hold down Mummy's dress, please?" He battled to grab my skirt and get it under control, pulling it down with both hands, and I managed to get onto the bus, hopefully with a few shreds of dignity. I stared at the floor all the way to the terminal, making sure I didn't look at anyone who was behind me on the plane steps. Although I'm sure at one point someone gave me a wink in the baggage reclaim area.
Dear.
Stressed mum says, "I beg forgiveness, Simon, not from my husband, who could barely hide his laughter on the bus and kept laughing all the way home in the car, or my fellow passengers who followed me down the steps, but I do have to ask forgiveness from my poor 4-year-old. Whether it was the shock of seeing my white posterior or the stress of being given his first responsible job, for the first time being on the bus, waiting at bag collection and getting to the car, he did not leave my side with both hands tightly gripping the hem of my dress. More worrying, for the next 3 months, whenever I wore a dress or skirt, he would quietly say, "Mum, did you remember your pants?"
Oh, very, very good.
Well, I think that's very good, and you can see why Mum was particularly stressed. Thank you, stressed Mum. Let's check in with our panel in at the studio here. Sister Katie, Susie, first of all.
Yeah, stressed Mum, you are absolutely forgiven. I have nothing but sympathy for you in this situation. Also, all credit to your 4-year-old. Dealt with the situation really well. You know, kind enough to continue to remind you. I think that's very kind. But yeah, absolutely forgiven. We've been there. I feel the struggle, and sometimes the weather does change really quickly, and then you regret your outfit, wearing a skirt or a dress or something like that. So yeah, I hope that this hasn't happened to you again since.
Yeah, particularly when you come back from holiday, you dressed appropriately for when you were leaving Greece, and you come home and you're in Manchester, and all of a sudden it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Anyway, but let's see what Brother Matthew.
Yes, I confidently predict universal forgiveness for this one. I don't think anyone's going to be against stress, Mum, and even if it is just for that the payoff line, Mum, did you remember your pants? Fabulous. I love it. Yes, definitely forgiven.
Okay.